guys, and welcome to the long-awaited video of me showing my cosplay of Vanny. I started making this I think around April or June time, and then I finished it late August, I think. Yeah, so it's been quite a few months of me just having this cosplay sat around, really. But since Security Breach came out, like, last night at the time of recording this video, I thought now would be the perfect time to show you all my cosplay of Vanny. Now, how I plan to structure this video is I'll run you through all the different pieces of the cosplay, vaguely tell you, like, stuff about it, like how I made it and stuff, or like what materials I used for everything, and then I'm gonna put it on, which hopefully explains why I look like this currently. Obviously it's cold, so I'm wearing a hoodie. But yeah, so let's get into it with the first thing, the bodysuit. And I can just move the camera down a little bit so we can get more of the cosplay in. So just a full kind of bodysuit. This is my first time making a full bodysuit, and I have a lot of people like ask me where I get my materials from for my cosplays. The fleece came from eBay. That kind of like picnic looking fabric came from Amazon. The embroidery floss was from Amazon as well. And if we move to the back, the zip was also from Amazon. The elastic on the arms was from like a car boot or something, I think. But yeah, so not really much I can say about this. If you're wondering about the patterns, so the actual torso part is kind of like a leotard. I made the pattern from tracing around this thing. I don't know, I just had this as a hand-me-down. I've never worn this, but it came in handy with making patterns, so yeah. And then this neck piece was just a rectangle of fabric. The sleeves came from just like a jacket pattern or something, and the legs were, I think, like a pattern for like trousers, but obviously a lot of the top bit of the trousers were cut off because this part is like a leotard kind of thing. So yeah, I mainly just used the trouser pattern to make sure I had enough fabric, like a thing to fit my leg properly. So yeah, I cannot remember how long it took me to make this part specifically, because I think for a while it didn't have the legs on it. I had to kind of rush the legs and then slap the patches on it and stuff. But yeah, the patches, so this patch here, that patch there, and I believe also this patch across the torso was in fact hand sewn on. Obviously all the embroidery stitches were also hand done. And the zip, so this is just a little thing that you could do if you also have zips on the back of things, is just put some, like, just thread some string through the zip, and it makes it so much easier to like pull the zip down or like pull it up. Obviously you do have to kind of hold the like fabric sometimes to pull it up or down, but honestly putting a bit of string on the zip does help you you know, do the zip up or down by yourself, and obviously you can just take that off of the zip and then it's pretty easy to, you know, thread back through even if it's on you. So yeah, that's just a little tip from me if you ever if you ever get like pain in your shoulder from like doing the like stretching back to do a zip on things. So yeah, it's really everything I can say for the bodysuit really. Now we have the feet, and there is something that I actually forgot to mention. So obviously I made this cosplay earlier this year, between like April and August, and back then the only references that I actually had was the teaser image where it says like obey, the little clip in the trailer where Vanny's like peeking around the staff door, and the Funko toys. And every single Funko toy is inconsistent with the design. Like, you know, you've got this one where it has like dark grey, or not, that's light grey, and then like a dark grey thing. And then you've got like the plush and no, don't fall. And with the plush you've just got like this light purple and pastel yellow. And I think the minifigure, like the mystery minifigure, is also different, and also the action figure's different, and it's like, yeah, so I kind of had to experiment a little bit, kind of choose what I wanted to do, if I wanted to go with the full like grey patches, or if I wanted to do the yellow and stuff. And obviously what I have here is a pretty like dirty mustard colour. And as I said earlier, I got the fabric from eBay, and I'm pretty sure the fabric did look more pastel yellow in the listing, and then when it came, obviously it's like a mustard yellow, but I didn't really mind. So yeah, that's why, if you're wondering why I used this like dirty mustard colour for some of the things, it's because I have no idea what's on the actual official design, because all of the references that I had back then were all different, so yeah. But anyway, now that I've said that, let's get back to the shoes. So these are kind of just like the slip-on shoes. So there's like no laces or straps or anything, just your average like grandma gardening shoes, I guess. Though the ones I chose have like extra foam soles to them, because if I ever take Vanny to a convention, I'm gonna be skipping around everywhere, so I'm gonna want comfy shoes. And an issue with a lot of like cheap like slip-on canvas shoes is that they give you like blisters and stuff on the back of your heels, so it's like, no, I'm gonna get some like really comfy grandma gardening shoes to make the feet with. So yeah, and then you can see here that this is kind of like kids play mat. So yeah, there's like a layer of that just in the shape of the toes, and then what the actual like thing is kind of like the squishy foam, like the foam block things that you can get, like what is it used for? I don't know, like seat cushioning, or like a bed like thing to put on top of your mattress, I don't know. Yeah, so that's how the shape of the toes are. And obviously this is a difficult shape to put fabric around, so what I did was I covered the whole shoe with like cling film or like plastic wrap, whatever you call it, and then I put tape all over that, so it kind of like casted a like mold of it, and then I just cut that off and kind of cut them in a way so that they lay flat, and then obviously use them as pattern pieces to cut the fleece out of. So everywhere that you see a seam is where I decided to cut the cling film tape. So did one down the back, one down the centre, went round the toes, which of course created like a flat piece there. flat piece there. Each toe has little darts here. So yeah, it's kind of that made them flat, obviously, by adding darts. And then I just used a little like a little black fabric marker to kind of, you know, I don't know, to make them look more like toes, because before I added that it just kind of looked like a seam and it wasn't really quite clear what was going on. So yeah, those are the feet. Now, the next thing is the gloves. So one of them is made out of fleece, and then one of them is made out of the picnic fabric. I don't know what else to call it. It's just like I can't remember what that pattern's called. Yeah, it was so challenging to make gloves because this fabric is not stretchy at all. So yeah, I had to remake this one. This is the second version. The first version, I don't think I could even turn that inside out. It was terrible. Obviously these still could have improvements. Like I didn't do the stitching in between the fingers properly, so they kind of just crease. But I'm not entirely bothered by that, because obviously it's supposed to look like a badly made suit, so like a hastily made suit, so it fits the vibe. It's fine. It works, you know. But yeah, these aren't the best gloves. Also, one thing that I did to this glove, which I didn't do to this glove, was I actually added kind of like an inside fabric, and I cut out a bit of wadding and put that in the back of the hand to make this look as like thick and like kind of plush like that this glove naturally has, because obviously it's fleece. So yeah, those are the gloves. This one is a pain to get on because it's not stretchy, and I used stretchy fabric inside of it, so it's just I hate that one. That one probably like sets off my sensory issues. So yeah, that's that. And we've covered the suit, the feet, and the gloves, so it's time to cover the head. And yeah. Okay, I think I have that the right way now. Yep, that is the right way now. So yeah, there is a wire attaching these, so I guess you probably can guess what that means. Yeah, this was my first time making an animal head, or like a foam head thing. I've never really done that, so this was my first time. It doesn't look that great from the side. The jaw's kind of longer than the snoot, but I would just say, you know, it's canonically a hastily made suit, so I'm fine. But yeah, so what I used like the bucket head technique, like the fursuit technique. Also, there's a bit of like glue in here, stuck to the back. Ah! That's not glue. That is not glue. That is stitching. Oopsie. So yeah, basically I did the bucket technique, and I used like a really cheap camping mat for that. And then of course I used the same kind of foam to do the cheeks and the muzzle and all that. And the ears are made out of camping mat and wire. I could have really done with adding a bit more wire in there, because as soon as I added the fleece on top, it is quite heavy for the wire. Like, it was fine before I added it, but obviously the fleece made the ears a lot heavier, and so there's not enough wire to really support those properly, and so they need to be repositioned a lot. The whiskers are made out of wire. I put like hot glue on the ends of them just so they're not as pokey. The like eyeliner and the eyelashes is literally just, what's it called, binder's tape, with hot glue. So that was just all like pinched together, and that's pretty solid, honestly. The mouth. So the mouth is actually like stretchy mesh fabric, like layered. The reason why the battery pack had to be in the bow was because this, obviously you can see that the helmet isn't like that, like obnoxiously big compared to my head. So there wasn't really anywhere I could put the battery pack, because it's a pretty big battery pack. It's like, yeah, it's a bit of a chunky one, so there wasn't really anywhere where I could put it in the head without it being uncomfortable for me or, you know, being noticeable, so yeah. And then the bow, I got this fabric from Amazon, and yeah, when I originally posted like a whip, like a work in progress of this cosplay on Twitter, someone liked the cosplay but then had criticism for the bow being too big. I intentionally made the bow this big because why not? I wanted an obnoxiously big bow for my cosplay, so yeah. And then on the back, obviously it just has like a thing to, you know, attach around my neck, and it has little snap buttons on it. And yeah, and then how to turn this on, you just kind of have to, I think it's on the other side, yeah. So the battery pack just hides right behind the bow, and you just kind of have to, I don't know how, okay, yeah, you can see that, obviously I've got a light on, but yeah, so there's like LEDs in there. They're the Firefly LEDs, that kind of type of lights, where it's just kind of like a wire with lights on them. And yeah, can I see out of it? I can, but when the LEDs are on, I can't. But to be honest, I haven't really tested this during the day or in intense light, so I'll have to see how that is. So yeah, if I do ever take this to a convention, I don't really know if I'll have the lights on that much or not, depending on how well I could see in the convention centre with whatever lighting is happening in there, but yeah. So I think that's all the pieces, you know, we've got the head, the suit, the gloves and the feet, and then obviously the bow. I've not yet made the knife. Obviously I got very busy with other cosplay stuff, so I've not yet made the knife, but I'll most likely do that whenever I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. Now, obviously I'm not going to record myself putting the bodysuit on, so okay, it is on, and did I leave the, yeah, I left the string thing on. So you can literally just take that off. And yeah, that is what it looks like on. So yeah, hopefully this gives you a better view of what the bodysuit looks like. So a lot of the details that you couldn't see before. So with like the way this leg is, I tried my best to kind of replicate how the shapes look on the character. So like, yeah, I tried to make the shapes of the seams look the same with the legs. So yeah. Then obviously we have the feet, and you can see by the colours on the legs which foot goes for which thing. So that just slips on like that, and then because of how baggy the legs are, it makes, yeah, it's pretty, it just kind of blends together really, which which is pretty cool. Ouch. Oh, I just bent my nail back. Oh! Ah! Oh god, I think every single video I do in Vanny Cosplay, I'm just gonna bend my finger back, because I swear when I unboxed this, I also bent my fingernail back. Ah! There we go. So yeah, that's the little feet on. The shoes are pretty comfortable, so it's really easy to just kind of move around in them. Obviously one thing is, obviously the toes make them a little bit wider, so, you know, standing on the toes. I think what I try to go for next is the... Ow, I've really proper bent my fingernail back. Yeah, I think the next thing that I need to do is kind of get the helmet on, ready, and then put the gloves on, because the gloves just make everything harder to do. So, how I put my cosplay on, or cosplay head, Vanny head. First off, I just kind of get it on my head first. So like that, just get it on my head, and then I put the bow on, which needs to go under the wire. There we go. And then, so I just put that on with the snap buttons. Like that. And we got that on. I love it. And then obviously when I have the gloves on, I can just push the hat down. So to make sure that is over my ears. And then we got the gloves. So the hardest one to get on is the pink one. And also, I didn't tell you about the elastics earlier, but the elastics just kind of help the so yeah, the elastics just kind of help the sleeve stay like up near my hands, so you're not just like seeing skin and stuff, because that was an issue I had when I first put the sleeves on and was trying it out with gloves. The sleeves just weren't staying up. Okay, so like I said, this one's the hardest one to get on. And I've managed it. Okay, yeah, so that one is on. And then we just gotta try and... There. And then we get this one. This one's the easiest one to put on, because it's just fleece. And then try and put the seam under the glove. And then obviously we can just tap the helmet down. Can I see? Nah, not really. So, hopefully this gives you a better look at it. So let me just... Okay, now that I'm confident that you can actually see me, yeah, hopefully it gives you a good like look at it. And with the lights on, so I've got to kind of reach behind the bow and try and feel for the, there we go. I'm not really sure how to pose, if I'm honest. My glove is slipping off, but yeah. That is the cosplay. Oh god, it's so hot in this. When I said it was ventilated earlier, I'm not confident in that now. Can't see what I'm doing. The baby. Oh, that's the sword. Let's see. I can't see, honestly, I can't see. I need to turn these lights off. Oh! My vision is no longer red, but it's extremely blue. I see. Oh. So yeah, I think it's been made extremely clear that I cannot function in this suit for more than 2 minutes, and I think the video has probably been on for long enough, so yeah, if you want to see more of this suit, then obviously go follow my Instagram and my TikTok, because obviously I'll be doing content in it on those. As for more YouTube stuff, yeah, I don't know, probably not. This will probably more be like a TikTok, an Instagram kind of thing. Maybe some YouTube shorts if there's no copyrighted music in the TikTok, so. Okay, well, I think I should probably end the video in Vanny, just because I'm sure my face looks very sweaty right now, so we might as well end it in the suit. So yeah, thank you for watching, and we finally have security breach after 2 years, and hopefully you like my cosplay. Is my whisker being... okay, I can't really see. Yeah, I want to get out of this now because I'm dying, and goodbye. Ooh.